Today we're going to do a basic Pilates routine. It's a full body workout, covers all of the extension, flexion, lateral flexion, and it's easy and gentle enough to be able to do it every day. Start out on our backs, getting into the proper Pilates alignment. If you don't know how to do that, see my video linked below here, and we're just going to start by doing individual leg lifts, very controlled, just bringing one to tabletop, bringing it back down, the other one to tabletop, and bringing it back down, making sure that your abs are engaged the entire time. This is very important because this is where we're working all of our stabilizing muscles and getting them warmed up. Just going to do a couple more each side here. Kind of like you're marching in place. Now continue, but leave that right leg up and slowly bring the left one to meet it. Right leg goes down, left leg goes down. Switch it. Left leg up, right leg up, left leg down, right leg down. Now, if you're engaging your abs, you're going to feel this work, especially as you lift that second leg in your abdominal muscles. Some days are easier, some days are a little bit harder. So even a very simple move like this is still working the muscles in our body and all of our stabilizer muscles. This time we're going to hold both of the legs in tabletop here and just send the right one out, bring it back in, send the left one out, bring it back in. Pilates is about making sure that all of your movements are controlled. We're not using any swinging or anything to get the motion going. We're using all of our muscles as we do this work. One more each side. Hold them here in tabletop and do little toe taps for me. Right leg, left leg, just touching the ground. Now, if for any reason this does not feel good on your lower back, you do not have to touch your leg all the way to the floor. And of course, you can always skip this step, continue with the previous step if that feels better, or just skip it altogether. We never want to feel pain. Couple more. Right leg goes down, left leg goes down. Next, we're going to do some bridging. So I like to start that out by just tucking our tailbone and extending it back, just getting a little bit of motion going in our pelvis before we actually bridge. And then we're going to roll one vertebrae at a time from the base of our spine all the way up into a bridge, and then roll back down. This is an articulated bridge. We're going to do a few of these. And again, you're working your legs here, you're working your spine. Your arms should be slightly pressing into the mat, so you're even getting a little bit of arms. One more, we're going to hold at the top here. So now we're going to get a little bit of thigh and glute work. So lower down, lift up. Lower down, lift up. Two more. Hold at the top and just give me little pulses. Two more. Go back to the full length. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. I want to go back to those individual rolls and we're going to add on from there. So roll up. This time as you're up at the top, arms go back overhead. Leave your arms here and roll down one vertebrae at a time. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your upper back here as you do this. I love this exercise here. So we're just getting everything moving. Let's do 2 more of those. Come up, arms go overhead, and then we roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then arms come down by our sides. Last one, roll up, arms go overhead, roll down one vertebrae at a time, and then the arms come down. Next, we're going to do some crunches here. So you have the option to either do it without supporting your head, or you can put your hands behind your head and just slightly, you're not yanking on your neck, but slightly crunching up. If you need to know the proper way to do a crunch, I've also linked a video to show you how to do that as well. So let's just do a few where we're just crunching up here. Coming back down, up, down, 2 more, down. This time I want you to hold at the top, and you're going to bring your legs into tabletop. And let's repeat this exercise holding this position. Right leg goes out on a diagonal, comes back in. Left leg out on a diagonal, comes back in. Give me a couple more. Hold your legs in tabletop. Rest your head back down. Shake out your neck. Give it a rest. And then when you're ready, come back up into that position. And let's do our toe taps in this position. So we're getting some upper and lower abdominal work here. Again, if your neck gets tired, you can't do this, no problem. Just put your hands behind your head here and support yourself. 2 more. 2. Head goes down, legs come down gently, and shake it out. Let's turn onto our sides. We want our legs and hips stacked on top of each other. You can use a hand in front of you for support. If you want a little extra work, you can always put your hand up here. But we'll start out with our hand in front of us. You can either support your head and neck under your hand or lay all the way down. That's up to you, what's most comfortable. We're going to start toes flexed. Just lift and lower, controlled, that left leg for 8. Two more. Now, take that top leg, lift it up just a couple inches, so it's about level here, and bring it in front of you and behind you. Now, you don't want to go too far back or too far in front to where you're falling over. This is a controlled. You should be able to not have a hand on the ground and fall over. Your hand's just lightly there, so it stays really controlled as you do this movement. I point back, flex forward, point back, flex forward, come back down. We're going to do some leg circles. So this one up, little circle around, 2, 3, 4, reverse that circle for 4. And again, if you notice yourself wobbling too much or falling over, just reduce the circle that you're doing, reduce the movement that you're doing, and just engage those abs. And the more you do this, the stronger you will get. Certain days, you might find you'll be able to do it, and other ones you can't. So now let's trace our leg with our toe all the way up, come down, up, and reverse that movement. Lift the leg up, bring it down, lift the leg up, bring it down, One more. Now bring that toe to about knee height, and we're going to do what we call the clam. 2, so this is working the outer seat of yours. 4, hold it, little pulses back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place that leg in front of you. We're going to do some inner thigh work where we're going to lift the lower leg for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Come up and flip over to the other side. So starting out, lifting and lowering that top leg. I'm doing 8 of these. 2 more. Flex those feet. The top leg comes forward. Point and go back. Come forward. Point and go back. And leg circles. Give me 4 in each direction. You may also notice that on one side, these exercises are easier than on the other side. This side might be your good side, it might be your bad side. That's okay. Just do whatever feels best for your body for that day. So bring your leg up. See, I'm definitely more flexible on this right side, which is interesting because this is the side that I've had all the injuries on. And then reverse it. Leg goes up. Trace it back down. So we're getting the long, lean muscles in the legs here that we're working. 1 more. Bring that toe up to knee height. Let's work that outer seat. 4, little pulses back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes in front. Lift that lower leg for 8 to get that inner thigh work. 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Sit up. This time I'm going to have you face on the mat. So you want your legs about hip distance apart, your palms stacked on top of each other, and your head down on top of your palms. So we're going to lift the legs off the ground here and just give me little beats. Now, your heels don't actually have to touch. If that doesn't feel good for them to come all the way together, it's not about that. It's about having the abs engaged, the legs lifted, and just working the muscles in the legs. Relax. Let's alternate leg lifts. Right comes up, left comes up. All of these movements are really good for our gait and our walking, working all of the muscles on the back side of our body. Give me 2 more. This time the legs are going to stay down and we're going to lift the head up. So your head is rested on your palms. You're going to engage your abs and lift everything off the ground. You just need to lift as high as you can. You should not feel any pain in your lower back. If you do, you're probably not engaging your abs enough. So reset and try it again. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. Relax a moment. This time we're going to lift the opposite leg and the opposite elbow. So I'm going to start out lifting my left elbow and my right leg. Two more. And let's just push up for a nice stretch. I hope you enjoyed that quick little workout. It's one of my favorite ones that I do when I just have a little bit of time to get in a workout. And it's great. It's something you can do every day.